friend. Yeah, the other use, apart from flower arranging, is the manufacture of contact lenses.
You'd really freak people out if you put them in your eyes, wouldn't you? You big,
well,
big
obviously, yes, not necessarily in the round.
Marty Feldman's contact lenses.
Any of these coming up in any of this?
Not yet, no. My next question is this. Why can't blindfolded people walk in a straight line?
Can't see where they're going. Next question.
Right, because...
I'm afraid the chance has passed. The fact is, nobody knows. Oh, there you go. Although it is a recognised phenomenon and people have theories about it, nobody's really quite sure why it should be that one's ability to walk in an absolutely straight line is completely compromised. As you know, even in short distances, people don't just go off straight, they actually curve. It was first discovered by a fellow who saw it in amoebas and thought, I wonder if it's true of humans.
Who's blindfolded amoebas? How do you do it? They're so
How do you do such a thing? How do you do it?
Come here, you bastard.
He was...
again.
He was called Asa Schaefer. So he asked a friend of his, who was blindfolded, he instructed to walk in a straight line across a country field, and he plotted his friend's track, which was a clockwise spiral, until the man happened to stumble into a tree trunk. But it was a complete spiral. And this is what people do. We've actually covered this before in QI, but more research has been done. Look, we have a little film of this actually happening. Someone made a cartoon of it. We didn't. Obviously, we don't have the budget. But this is what he told him to do. Walk in a straight line.
Is that how he walked?
Well, apparently.
He was practising to be a zombie.
And this is exactly... And he was convinced he was going straight. The spiral went spiral, 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 till he hit the stump. And that is how we will all do it. We will swear to ourselves, no, I'm going straight, I'm going straight, I'm going straight, I'm going straight. We'll hold our hands up in front of our heads as if that somehow helps. Yeah. And for some reason, we need a visual cue, like a mountain or the sun or something. But nobody knows why that should be.
Could it be, and this is, I'm being quite serious.
Yeah.
Well, as you'll see, it's not funny what I'm about to say.
Yeah.
Could it be a preservation thing so that we have an inbuilt device that makes us go in a huge circle and we can't see where we're going, so you always get back to where you know where you are?
That's a very interesting point.
I think I've cracked it.
That is quite a convincing idea. I like it. I mean,
Can we make a bonfire, please?
it's as convincing as anybody else's theorem.
Further proof that the world is flat.
Maybe that's what it is.
Preservation device, stop you walking off the edge.
Now, Now, what happened when Colonel William Rankin got stuck for 30 minutes in one of these?
Oh, it was a puzzle and he had to try and solve it. Is that what it was?
You haven't got one of those, I think, but that is an example of... You've got international symbols.
Is it a diving bell?
It's not a diving bell. It is an international...
It's an expired parking meter.
No. Any other
Kaiser's
thoughts?
An
helmet.
igloo with a loft conversion.
These are all good answers. When I say it's the tallest structure that we know on the planet...
Man-made?
No.
Is it beneath the ocean, this tall structure? No.
It's in the other direction.
It's in the sky.
Yes.
A cloud.
Yes. It's a particular kind of cloud.
It's...
That kind of a cloud is... That was its symbol.
A fluffy cloud.
It's a cumulonimbus. It's kind of anvil-shaped.
He was stuck in there for half an hour?
He was stuck in there for half an hour, yes. He was a US pilot, and he ejected.
But he'd opened his chute then.
He opened his chute, but it was a half an hour inside this thing, being buffeted about.
So how tall was the pole that Simon was on?
You may have missed the point, Jack. So anyway, they get up to about 23,000 metres high, which is fantastically high. He was buffeted about it. He did survive. His eyes were bleeding, his ears were bleeding. He was pelted with hail. He was in a terrible state, but he did survive. He's the only person who's known to have fallen down through one of these structures and survived. Anyway, listen, what use, while we're with clouds, what use to a pilot is a morning glory?
Ah, now.
If his joystick fails...
Oh, dear. He's smiling, isn't he?
Yeah, that's the co-pilot's joystick.
Maybe that's why we sound so relaxed. Morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome on board.
Well, aside from the possibility
It'd
of
be
what a
something
morning
to do
glory...
with the sunlight coming over the horizon or something.
Well, no, it's an annual event that takes place in northern Queensland, Australia, called the Morning Glory, and it's a remarkable cloud system. It's really amazing. We've got a picture of it. It can be up to 600 miles long. It's as long as, well, the United Kingdom.
Wow.
Look at that. There. And it's over Burketown, which has a population of 178 people. But lots of people come, and the reason they come is apparently if you're a glider, a gliding pilot, you get the ride of your life. It can go at 35 miles an hour, this cloud, zooms, and inside it, apparently, it's the most exciting thing that you can experience.
When you bump into a bloke with a parachute, get off!
Eyes are bleeding.
Can you see the sign?
Oh, dear.
And that's the only place for a cloud like that? Oh.
Yeah. It's the mother of them all. And apparently soaring along it is just the greatest experience you can have. Indian granny clouds. What can you tell me about an Indian granny cloud?
Did it win? The Indian granny cloud win the 2:30 at Kempton Park.
Is it a fart in a restaurant?
Oh, I'm so disappointed.
An old lady does a pump in a curry house.
Do they go up in the sky and then can't remember what they went up for?
Now, think of cloud in the 21st century. What other use has cloud been put to as a word?
It's a computering
on the
thing.
As a
isn't it?
computering
Yes,
term, yes.
yeah.
This is a scheme whereby grannies in England, using Skype or some similar kind of technology, teach and educate and inform and enlighten children in India, all the way from England. It was started by a professor,
How to make
Sugata Mitra. How to make jam, possibly. They tutor in Indian classrooms where they're short of teachers. And apparently it's been an enormous success.
Why grannies?
Well, because they've got a bit of time on their hands and because they care.
Drop one, pearl one.
Yeah.
Imagine the exports of Werther's Originals to India.
They're all listening to Michael Ball records.
So what we're looking at, anyway, with your symbols, are part of what is known as the International Cloud Atlas. Yeah?
Right.
And can you tell me what
They
they
represent
are?
countries
No, they
on an
represent...
atlas.
No.
No?
So what?
They,
I don't really listen
no,
enough, do I?
they represent
You're a
types...
teacher. I bet you're a teacher. Oh, God. He reminds me of all my kids.
They represent a type of cloud.
It just looks like Simpleton Snap.
It does, doesn't it? I know. But what did you think they were before you knew they were clouds? Did you have any idea?
I have this one.
Had you written
I
anything
thought
on them?
they were things to help traumatised children or something. You know. Tell me what you think.
I have
Yeah.
elderly use handbrake.
Yes, very elderly
That's
used
fantastic.
handbrake. Very good.
You call that pregnant? This is pregnant.
Very good.
That's actually E.T. being quite rude.
I don't know what it means, but it's rude.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, there you are, the International Cloud Atlas.
Yeah.
There were three forms, the cumulus, the heaped up one,
Stratocumulus.
the stratus,
Nimbus.
and the cirrus, the fluffy one, yes, exactly. And then there are all the mixtures of those in between, the altocumulus, the stratocumulus, and so on, and so on, and so on, and so on. Now, it's that time of night when we grope our way towards general ignorance at the end of the tunnel. So fingers on buzzers, please. Name the largest black body in the solar system.
Oprah Winfrey.
Whoa! Oh, Rich! In the solar system.
Black hole.
Largest black.
If there was a black hole in the solar system, we'd be in real trouble.
in trouble, I don't know any other black things in the solar system.
Well, that's the thing. The strange thing is it's the sun.
Oh, I see.
A black body in cosmology is something that doesn't reflect, and the sun doesn't reflect anything. It only radiates. So it is far and away the blackest body in the solar system. So
that's cheating.
It seems to be a little bit of a cheat question, but had you known the answer, it wouldn't have been a cheat, would it?
So if you were to shine a light on the sun, which would be pointless,
Yeah.
I accept that.
Yes, it wouldn't reflect off it. In the solar system, there is no other body so reflective. The moon, for example, is nothing but reflective. It gives off nothing, but reflects all the light of the sun.
Same as us.
But the sun reflects nothing. How long does light from the centre of the sun take to reach the Earth? Yes.
Now, I know this.
Good.
Well, it might not be the centre, that sounds like a trick, but the light from the sun takes 8 minutes.
Oh, dear. The thing is, it actually takes 100,000 years to get from the centre of the sun to the surface of the sun.
8 minutes.
But he was absolutely right. From the surface of the sun to the Earth takes 8 minutes and 20...
qualifier in my answer.
You did actually, and you're absolutely right. From the surface of the sun, it's 8 minutes 26 seconds. Right? But the photons have a very busy time. They have an enormous amount of work to do right in the middle of this gigantic system. How many Earths could you fit in the sun? Were you able to do such a thing?
4. Easily.
Easily, yes, you could. That's quite true. I can't deny that.
400,000.
Maximum number is 1.3 million.
3 million Earths.
It's responsible for 99.8% of the mass of the solar system is the sun.
Really?
Yeah.
That's extraordinary.
It is. There's a lot of it. What happens to alcohol when you bring it to the boil?
Ah, now. You boil it off, don't you, Chef?
Yes, you do. You waste it.
Whoa!
That's his, isn't it? It's nothing to do with me. I didn't touch it.
There's this idea that it all evaporates and so on. In fact, it takes a very long time to evaporate all the alcohol, 3 hours at least before you get rid of it. And flambeing only gets rid of, if you like a crepe Suzette or something, if you light the brandy in that manner, that only gets rid of a quarter of the alcohol, in fact. So the idea that you're burning it off, it's not particularly important unless you're drinking very, very carefully so that you know that you're exactly under the limit. Then you have a crepe Suzette and drive and are surprised by the fact
We've all
that
been
you're
there.
over the limit.
The crepe Suzette.
And the same as goes for a Christmas pud, then. You put the brandy on it, give it to the kids and say, there won't be any alcohol, we burnt it.
Exactly. That's right. There
It does
will
have
be
a
alcohol.
20p piece in it, might choke them to death.
So could you get done for eat driving?
Yes, if you had enough of it, yes, you could. Eat driving is a heck of a thought. Interestingly, if you add alcohol to a recipe and you don't heat it at all, just leave it uncovered overnight, it will actually get rid of more alcohol than by flambeing it. 30% of it will go, just by natural evaporation.
So if you leave a glass of wine out at night, the alcohol will evaporate
Some of the alcohol,
from the
will
wine?
evaporate.
Or someone will come down and drink it. 30% of it's gone.
And so, from the colliginous shadows of general ignorance, we emerge into the unforgiving light of the scores. And my goodness me, aren't they interesting? Well, tonight's indisputable illuminatus with 3 whole points is Rich Hall! Oh! Burning brightly in second place with -1, Jack D! Oh. Despite his stunning knowledge in so many areas, he did fall into a few of our little heffalump traps. So, in third place, guttering and sputtering a little at -9, Chris Addison. But cast forever into outer darkness with -45 is Alan Davies. That's all from this frankly brilliant edition of QI. It's lights out now, and good night from Chris, Rich, Jack Allen and me. I leave you with this from Stephen Wright. Light travels faster than sound, and isn't that why some people appear bright until you hear them speak? Good night.
More comedy tomorrow night with Russell Howard's Good News Extra at 9. Coming up next this evening here on BBC HD, though, we've the final part of Simon Russell Beale's brand new series, Symphony.